Hey trades, look, no trades this session so far. So it's obviously only 30 minutes into things, but um, I just want to go over the watch list and how it sort of panned out, and then I'm going to need to get some sleep. I'm still not feeling too good. MGTI, the chart says it all. That's not really offering a lot, and I sort of did discuss that this was on the watch list, but it was more of a speculative play, and it was more of a sympathy thing to the Bitcoin bounce, and that hasn't quite worked out. So we'll close that one down. The stocks to trade was running really well. SPI. This had pretty interesting news out on a couple of press releases about how they were unveiling a deal for a hack-proof cryptocurrency hardware wallet. Obviously, that's a little bit of hype. That just seems, I question that a little bit, hack-proof. I question the legitimacy of that, and so I'm going to close that down. And it didn't move either. It was moving a little bit pre-market though. This, could be a late one into market close, which I will try and catch as well. I'll be going to bed soon, getting a few hours sleep and catching that. And MARA. It's very sideways and it's uneventful, so I'm going to close that down as well. GNC, I was talking to my trading accountability buddy Chad. Shout out to Chad if you watch these videos, if you're watching this tonight. MICT, this actually looked pretty good. And what I have learned, wait for the close of the candle. I was actually watching 2 minutes and not realizing I was cycling through the different time frames. Now I got a question about I don't know how you get rid of these because it is a little bit messy on the charts. Because someone asked me about this. It's like eventful things that happen on the chart, like raised near the VWAP, crossed above, closed below, that sort of thing. So I was watching this. I think these two were the same candle. I think those two were the same candle on the 2-minute chart, and then this happened. So MICT does have pretty good news. It was a contract win as well. Micronet receives additional $1.6 million contract from a Fortune 500 medical device company. So it's pretty significant, but it didn't really do too much. So I'm closing that down. CNET as well was moving, and there was a bit of a dip by here, although what I preferably like to see is more sideways consolidation and then a collapse. But something like this is pretty good because it's you've got the first 10 minutes can be a little bit volatile, and I typically won't trade it, and then it came down, and then this happened. Although, I mean, it's not really offering great risk to reward because even if you get in the high of that candle or the close of the candle, I'd probably say like 440. It's not really. That's not a good little setup. I mean, you get on the close of the candle and the low was 430. So I mean, let's say 10 cents a share, and then it gets to. So it's not even a 3-to-1 reward to risk. So that's. I wasn't watching that. I was watching Archon. This is back in play a little bit. Watching it here. Well, I was sort of watching it right here as well. Got to the high of $3, and it wasn't spectacular, but it was probably the play of the night. If you got in at what was the high of that candle there, 320, and it got to, well, not really. I mean, again, you got to think in terms of reward to risk if you're getting in here at 320 using the low at even $3. That's 20 cents a share you're risking, and it's going to not even 350. I mean, it's not that's only 1-to-1. So not even 1-to-1 if you're getting it at 320, and it's 344. But yeah, 344. So I'm going to close that down. GNC, I think there was financial results were out fourth quarter, pretty good. But what we've been seeing in the market, it's like a topsy-turvy world where good earnings aren't really rewarded, but the long-term chart on this is pretty terrible. But again, long-term charts haven't meant anything recently, so. But that's pretty terrible. I mean, that is in a year. Whoa, man. Jeez. Who would hold this? Let's see, 10 years. Pain and suffering. GNC, these guys do supplements. They charge way too much. They're terrible. I mean, you've got the internet supplementation business as well. I mean, these guys just need to quit. Pharmaceuticals. I think that's what it is. Yeah, sports nutrition. Oh, 16,800. Well, I mean, you'd be looking for another job if you work with these guys. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's a dying business. Retail shops for supplement selling. It's just, yeah, rough. Look, I mean, if they, if it was like a couple of weeks ago and they were pivoting towards blockchain, this thing would take off, but it's just not really. You can't really. I don't get into this sort of thing. I wait for things to steady off a little bit. But a lot of resistance at $5, and it's sort of. I mean, you got a lot of bag holders. So, what's the profile? Key stats. Look at that. Market cap. Oh. Pain. Total debt. Total cash. Oh. I mean, fundamentally, it's just short it. Short the hell out of it. But it's one of these things where it's going to bounce around a little bit. Look at this. 52-week change. Oh. See, this is the problem with investing. It's just there's so much pain, and your money's tied up, and you're emotionally like, oh my god, what do I do? Like, well, mate, just dump the shit shares. They're not coming back from this. This is crazy, Anyway, it was just interesting to just sort of go through that. Look, unfortunately, there's no real trades to discuss. I can't. Okay, let's just bring that up just quickly. Apologies, I'm still a bit nasally. I've been taking it easy recently. I've had a few days off. Well, I've had this week off, so I'm good. I'm really good. No news recently. Just Seeking Alpha talking about pre-market gains. Well, it wasn't really, to be honest. I mean, don't really see a setup here. To be fair. So it's not, okay, it's considerable. That's rough from 4 to 1, well, from 4 to 2, 100% a day. Yeah, look, there's nothing really much to talk about here in the last year. I'm going to close that down. I'm going to end this video, guys. Thank you for watching. I will be back tomorrow night as well. Happy trading. Bye for now.